What is up, guys? Welcome back into another video. Dudes do this is back again for another unbox. Thank you for joining me to Andrew Penman YouTube. Thanks for being here. If you haven't consider subscribing, smash that notification bell. We got a lot of stuff happening in 2021. Another Verreal unbox. Now, before we go into that, I'll talk to you a bit about something I'd love you to do for me if you can. If you're in different countries, still do it. There's the Ministerial Advisory Council. Let me just get that right. Okay. It's the Ministerial Advisory Council on Aging Awards, the MACA Awards, for their New South Wales Seniors Festival. Now, look, they're looking for people who are over 55. That's me. I can't even reach my buzzers at the moment. And if you've made a difference and you're doing something in social media for someone over the age of 55, I'm actually 60. They're giving out awards. So nominations are available on to 11:59 on the 27th of February. I'll put a link in below. Essentially, it's dcjnsw.info/MACA Awards 2021. Please nominate me. I'd love to get an award. Why? Because I'm going to start influencing and pushing with Brendan, big shout out to Willoughby Councillor, and a lot of other councillors, and trying to get this legalised in New South Wales. And I've got a pretty big clout here with my channel and what I've been doing, and with an award like this, it'd really help to get exposure and a bit more limelight and spotlight shown on this issue of getting electric skateboards and PEVs, personal electric vehicles, legalised in New South Wales, Sydney, Australia. Queensland illegal, ACT illegal. We're just going to get this working here in New South Wales, and Melbourne will follow on in Victoria. So I'll put a link below. Please nominate me. And if you're in a different country, go on the website and just nominate me. It'd be really great to get this award. We'll really showcase a lot for this industry. Thank you so much. Okay, so moving along. We've got the unbox today, the Verreal RS. Now, I've done one. I get it. But what you're about to see today is the very first 20 amp hour. Isn't it? Okay, 20 amp hour. The biggest, most powerful battery in a sort of budget board to medium price range board on the market. Big shout out to Vic and the team there at Verreal. They've sent me this. Again, it's not a paid advertisement. This is 100% independent review. I am a big fan of Verreal. Why? You'll see now in the corner, I was the first person in the world to review the Verreal V1, and Vic was a young 24-year-old kid coming up the ranks and needed someone to review his boards, and I had a look first, got back to him about a week later and said, your V1 is excellent. It's the smoothest, most responsive board I've ridden, and yeah, the rest is history. So today we got the 20 amp hour with the new deck, the wider deck and the longer deck. Let's have a look at it. We'll unbox it, but I'll just show you what it looks like when you get it in the box. So it's about 12 kilograms, so it's not super light. There we go. Wow. Look at that. No surprise, same deck design, which is the hibiscus flower, Hawaiian influenced. But look at that packaging. I want you to see how well Vic packages that. This is crazy because it's so, you can't even get it out. You've got to actually sort of like prize it out. This is the packaging you want when you get an electric skateboard by mail. Vic does an amazing job. Have a look at it, check it out, what's in the box, and then talk about why it's different and why it's a groundbreaking new design. Get out of the... It's out. Okay, 3 amp charger. 4, it's the Hobby Wing rubberized remote. Let's get the stuff off the table, talk about the difference, talk about why you should invest in one of these or even look at getting one, because I'll show you why, right? There's a lot to talk about, so there's a lot to unbox here. We've already unboxed it, but there's a lot more to talk about. First of all, length. This is quite surprising. Now, Verreal went for this bigger battery, and this is one major talking point about this board today, is the range, and more range. So this is the crazy thing about that. It's a bigger, obviously, enclosure, it's a bigger, wider deck. It hasn't got the inside scalloped out on the original Verreal RS, but ironically, it's a slightly smaller deck, which is really bizarre. It's only 36 inches long. The widest point's 9 1/4, same as the original Verreal RS. Yep, and there's 8.5 in the center. Now the original Verreal was 8, so you're talking half an inch more wider and actually 1.5 inches shorter in length. So but by no means a small deck. This is a big deck. It's a pretty much a Goldilocks size. It's just a beautiful, look at those big lip on the W concave. It's a very slight center W, but basically a nice kick on the edge. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this board won't flex. It's not a flexing board. It's designed for performance speed. Obviously you've got the cloud wheels, and you know, these are my signature color. I go green. Vic doesn't have the green on the website, but if you want to order them from Yuri or from Cloud Wheels, get the green, keep your spare set. They come with a clear black, which looks so sexy with that whole hibiscus. They've continued that look on the front, the hibiscus. You know, it's inspired by the original Evolve, bamboo. I love it. I just think it's just simplistic and works. Okay, let's talk about what we need to talk about today, and that is the battery in this thing. Let's have a look at it. Underneath here, look at the thickness of that. It is an amazing battery casing, and what Vic's done this time is he's gone for a sculpted out center, which gives you more surface area for cooling. It just gives that, you know, more surface. Beautifully rubberized with hexagonal gal bolts painted black. This is a different look. You've got the gold on the nuts and gold on the washers and spacers and the nuts. It's just a nice finished touch on that. Only at 12 kilos. It's not super heavy. It's the same weight as the Transite. Transite got 50k range on my channel last record so far. This 20 amp hour. This is the biggest battery on the market at the moment. This will get 65. I'm hoping to get 70k's on this, which would be incredible. So this is the battery power. Now it's what they call a mega battery. Now it hasn't got the brand of the batteries is undisclosed because it's something a bit secret. It's a 20Ah 720wh battery. It's a 5000 milliamp. It is the big boy. It is the badass. Now the discharge, the constant discharge on this is a bit more efficient than say the Samsung's LGs and the 40Ts and the 50Es. So this is actually, and the 30Qs, this is we've been tested, and these are much more efficient in terms of that longevity. So I can assure you they've been thoroughly tested. Check out Samuel James, Adelaide, Aussie YouTuber, and more importantly blogger with his website. Big shout out to Samuel. He's got an amazing detailed website. He loves this board and has just smashed it at like 40k's an hour, and check that out if you want another view on this. This is an incredible board. If you stick around my channel, in 1 week's time I'll be in Queensland. I'm doing a live stream with my daughter, who's a big social media icon, and she's going to step in and have a chat about her experience on electric skateboard riding, and we're going to give away the award for the 2020 #1 board. Now we know the Transite got the direct drive, we know the Lycon got the belt drive, and we know that the Beast board got the best budget board, full stop. But what was the best board overall? It's the gold medal. It's the Oscar, and it goes to the Verreal RS. Now that's before the Vic sent me this 20 amp hour battery with this big armor strapped to it, and payload. There's no question about this would just take the field again. It'll be hard to beat this year, 2021. Obviously the Lacroix board, the Nazarene, the Lone Star gets more range, but you're talking a $4,000, $5,000 skateboard. This at about $1,000 US is an incredible buy. I can tell you now, I have no affiliation with Verreal. I just love their products. I love Vic. He's a very endearing guy. He's a really genuine character. He's a very hard-working dude, and he's offering a really good discount. Now, if you want one of these Verreal RSs with a 20 amp hour battery with the 120 clouds, let's start from the beginning. This package is $15.99. That's what the package is normally. That's about right, spot on for the bigger battery. You mark it next to an Evolve. It's kind of like, it's pretty much the right price. Vic's knocking off 23% down to $1,229 at the moment on the website, and there's a code. I think no, that's the festive season now for the Chinese New Year. So you get it from $15.99 down to $1,229. However, if you want to get it and you want a bigger discount, you get $200 US off that price. But to do that, you need to go sea freight to the South Pacific, which takes a bit longer, and it goes via sea. That's for the South Pacific, for America, for Australia, anywhere that area, you'll get $200 off for the sea freight. If you're in the UK, in Europe, and you want that $200 discount, it goes by rail freight, and it takes up to 45 to 50 days, but you're getting a significant discount. So if you want that, that's good. If you do want it quickly and you're happy to just forego a bit of a discount, well, Vic's offering a $100 US discount by air freight, and it's by, well, I can show you the box here, Cathay Pacific, got here in 12 days to Australia. Pretty impressive. Can't say it to every country, but it's high packaged, high shipping quality, and you can't go wrong with that. On top of that, Vic's offering at the moment what is the bash guard on the back. So what it is on the back of the, just spin it around, these motors, by the way, these motors, I'll talk about these motors in a second. A bash guard comes out here as 3 bars, protects it from being smashed, knocked, banged, hit. If you're on country roads or you're on big group rides or you're using it for transportation and commuting, the bash guards is quite expensive. It straps onto the motor mounts. They're being thrown for free with the code below. For my code, you'll get the bash guard thrown in for free, plus the discount on the longer shipping. But it's really been discounted from $15.99 down to $1,229. So it's been, you know, a fairly big discount now. And from that, bringing it down by the delayed shipping if you want that to your door. And this technology component build is extraordinary value. It's incredible bang for your buck. Okay, motor-wise, now Vic's gone very differently here to a lot of the Chinese companies where they've gone for the synergy of the Hobbywing motors, Hobbywing S, Hobbywing remote. Well, we know Vic's got the rubberized ESC from Hobbywing. He's got the Hobbywing ESC with a really nice tune on this. This is super quiet, this motor. You can't hear it. It's super responsive and it is absolutely just purrs like a kitten. He's gone for a different motor. He's gone for a 6368 bigger motor than what a lot of the companies are doing. And with that, he's gone to an outside company sourced that make the same motors that's outsourced for Evolve and a few other big companies. So these are specialized motors with the embossed on there for Verreal, just for Vic. And that is the secret of this with the battery. It really is a beautiful combination. I rode my Verreal with the Tramper all-terrains in the sea today and it just went like a dream. And it is literally unbelievably smooth and responsive. It's just a pleasure to ride. No plug and play motors, a disadvantage there, but you don't actually often have to change them. I've never changed a motor. 15mm belts, yeah, forged trucks, all custom trucks from Verreal. Look at those, they're chunky as. So all in all, yeah, that's the unbox. So we're looking at long range tests coming up really quickly because I need to get this out soon because I need, it's talking the talk but cannot walk the walk. We'll soon know. Alert coming, yeah. A lot of companies give their rating on range, and when I test them out, they're not that great. And really, 30-kilometer range to this day is okay, but like 3 years ago, it was incredible. But moving forward in 2021, we need at least 40k range on most of these rides. I'm going on rides now, and people are saying, "Yeah, have you got enough battery?" And they're looking at 40 to 50k range. So this will do that easily. So that is the Verreal RS. Now it is the biggest battery at the moment. It really is. It's a kick-ass battery. So it's 720 watt hours in here. It's a huge battery. And as I said, with a 1500 watt twin ×2 Verreal custom motors, this has a lot of punch. If you're a performance rider, you're a pro rider like me, you really want to excel at the highest level and you want me to really match what you do, this is the board for you. It really is one of my 2 favorite boards to pick off the rack along with the Transite. I don't go anywhere without these boards. They are invaluable for what they produce. They just produce the power, the performance when you need it. Look at these bearings, precision bearings. The whole thing is just an amazing package. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's quick unbox on the new big groundbreaking, first time in the world 20 amp hour battery on the Verreal RS. Now Vic is releasing his second stage prototype finished number 2 set of all-terrain wheels. Taking into consideration and feedback from customers, he's developed an amazing pneumatic tyre for all-terrain, and I've got the Trampers. They're worth $700 the kit. I'll be putting those up against the Verreal all-terrain pneumatic tyre and telling you what I think about the comparison of a BMW versus what Vic's putting out, which is pretty impressive. So that'll be coming up on the channel as well soon, but for now the Clouds are an amazing option. It's giving you the 6-inch pneumatic feel with half the real estate. I'll just leave you with a quick little look at both the boards on the table. You can see the difference and some HD video, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, keep carving. Andrew Penman signing off.
I seen a girl on a one-way corridor, stealing down a wrong-way street. For all the world like an urban toreador, she had wheels on her feet. When the cars do the usual dances, same old cruise in the curbside crawl. But the roller girl, she's taking chances. You just love to see her take them all. No fear, alone at night, she's sailing through the crowd. Enemies, his phones are tight and the music's playing loud. Hallelujah, here she comes, Queen Rollerball. And enchanté, can I say, care at all. You know, she used to have to wait around, she used to be the lonely one. But now that she can skate around town, she's the only one. No fear, alone at night, she's sailing through the crowd. In her ears, his phones are tight and the music's playing loud. She gets rock and roll in a rock and roll station, in a rock and roll dream. She's making movies on location. She don't know what it means. And the music maker wanna be the story. And the story was whatever was the song, what it was. Roller girl, don't worry. DJ play the movies all night long.
Well, here we are. Pretty appropriate sign for Australia. Let's have a talk about this. We got the Verreal RS Max. It's called. I've got a wireless mic on today. Thank you to Scott Davies, one of his leftovers I've picked up. This is going to be something I'll get a better version, which for now this will do for today. We got the clouds on 120 millimeters. It's 34 degrees today. Sydney, the southern hemisphere, is killing it. It's so hot at the moment. Yeah, so we're going to try and get some riding in today. We're going to look at this board, have a first ride. You might remember this is the first place I rode the RS, the original RS. And that was, I want to ride the same place, the same hills, to know if there's any difference in the motors, any difference in the speed, any difference in the torque. Let's go for a ride, check it out, and I'll put it through its paces. And we'll check out the Verreal RS Max 20 amp hour battery. This will be really impressive. We'll do a range test next week, so let's get into it. Right, now we're going to see what the torque is like straight away from a standing start. Okay, 1, 2. Yeah, that's really impressive. Yeah, it's pretty much no difference to the original. What's the turning circle like? Oh, haven't adjusted the trucks yet and they're pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, straight away, torque-wise from the takeoff, not a lot of difference, pretty much the same. I was thinking hopefully with 30 continuous amps pumping through, similar to the original one, I was hoping you get a bit more punch with a 20 amp hour battery, but no, it's pretty much exactly the same. That's good, that's a good thing. Let's test out the carving on it again. I want to check out the trucks. I've loosened them a little bit. We'll have a look at that and see how that works. And I'll tell you why I'm carving on it, whether there's any difference. There's no difference because it's the same trucks pretty much. So I always give a kick off first because I like to look after motors. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, the deck is... What's the turning circle? Beautiful. The deck is actually, oh yeah, sliding a bit of they're brand new clouds. Okay, straight away, I like the deck. I'm really liking the deck. Why? Okay, so the deck is really good. It's actually better. It's a shorter, stumpier deck, and you get a much better feel. The flick and the kick on that W concave it's sensational. It's better than the first version deck. It is definitely better. This battery casing is so small. Look at that. It's really tiny. I love the rubberized flatland remote. This actually glows in the dark. If I could turn the lights off now in the sun, it would be bright, bright green, fluoro green. It's a glow in the dark. Let's go for a ride. I'll get the GoPro out and we'll have a look at how it sits on the road. And then most important thing is the range test. I'll try and get the drone up. Let's get for a ride and we'll check the hill on the Manly Dam, which is always at 28% incline. It'll really test this new battery in ESC and see if they've configured it correctly. Let's have a look at that and check it out. Now, one thing I will say about this board, which is pretty good, if you don't know, if you live like me on the top of the hill and you have a fully charged battery when you go out for the day, like I did last week, just test this hill now, and you're coming down that hill on a full battery, it'll beep, beep, beep for 3 minutes of regenerative braking, and then what it will do, oh, kill that, and then what it will do is it's going to slow down and the brakes will come on automatically and it will just slow down to a stop. So it never cuts out, it never overcharges. That's classic, not hobby wing actually. This is something that's inherent into the Verreal motors. Hobby wing have got something similar, but this is something again extraordinarily well designed. Just slows down, it beeps and buzzes at you and lets you know that it's going to slow down, it's overcharging the battery. Incredible. Wow. That's nice. Okay, so what can I say? Love the deck. Absolutely love the deck. It's got to be one of the nicest decks. This is even the perfect on the original deck. Jesus, I just love it. Oh, the torque is really good. It's a slow build up, not super fast punch. Oh, massive tree branch. I'm glad I didn't pay for these cloud wheels. Oh my God. Just get the speed up here. So I might wrap that up for today and yeah, just can't say enough about this. It's a beautiful board. If you think of getting a nice price board that's for high performance, that really performs well, carves on a dime like this, 12 kilogram board, 20 amp hour battery, 720 watt hour, I'll leave you at that. Forget your range anxiety, forget anything to do with that, just enjoy. I've got it on widescreen today, a bit of entertainment for you. Whoa! Okay, I've just come in. I want to just check the motors, see how warm they are. Okay, they're about 30, you're going to laugh at it, how can you work it out? No, about 39, 40 degrees, so that's been a lot of hammering. It's 36 degrees today, but that's quite incredible on these 6368 motors. So my Evolve by now would be 75 to 80 degrees, probably even 90, you couldn't touch them. These aren't, these are just warm. Okay, so that's another testament to this board. Just braking, so smooth. The best thing about this board, I'd say, is that it's just super, not only carvy, but it's super safe and reliable. Look at this view. This is where I live. Let's test the speed test. Yeah, 44, pretty good. Okay, guys, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming to the end. I appreciate everything. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video for long range distance test on this. Whoa, you don't even hear them, those cloud wheels. And yeah, we'll get you in the next video. Long range test on the Beast coming up, and then we'll be doing the long range on this. It'll be a channel record for sure. See you next video. Stay safe, keep carving. See you then. a wrap.